Yeah.
They don't care. They're hurting. They're dying. They want well. I want to have a life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just not about that. My whole goal is to take that intellectualism and reduce it to the simplistic. I've always been good at taking what seems difficult and cutting off the fat.
Simplifying.
And I think that's where we have to go. I really do. Instead of getting deeper into
Too
will
many
the
people
biochemistry.
try to dig in too deep,
Don't
and
they?
then they confuse themselves. They get off path.
Exactly.
I've had clients already
Over and over again. Now that's a
that
good one.
continue, and
Exactly.
they continue to go, and they continue to look too
Exactly.
deep
We know
instead
one
of
right now.
instead of worrying about getting healthy.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I've
It's
lost,
just like
I've lost clients that way.
exactly.
I have a friend that
I have
lost-
too. I have too. And
Yeah.
they come back wandering in years later. One lady came in the other day. Years later, now she's in big trouble. But she's been knocking on a lot of other doors, which I can't fault her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she's wasted so much time. Now her tumor's real big, real hard, and now she has to have surgery, in our opinion, because it's too late to even pull it too hard. You can't, when things get too hard, too big, you waited too long. It's going to be better that you don't take your life by trying to play the natural role when you really need to have it extricated. You know, there are times where you're going to have some tumors removed, especially in some breast cancers. You've got to be able to get these out, and if you let things wait too long, you got to be careful. You got to be careful because by the time you have a tumor, you have to realize you've had years and years and years of acidosis. Now, this interesting thing is, look how quick these children are growing tumors. Look at one of our friends that kind of mad at me right now, the C lady that had the young girl with the tumor in her head. I mean, this is 3-year-olds. Wasn't she 3 or 5?
She was 5 when she had surgery. I think.
We have another 3-year-old with brain tumors. We have a lot of these young kids with brain tumors. Now, look, 3 years old, you got a brain tumor. Well, can we go to the formulas?
Yeah.
Yep, we sure can. These mucus congesting, high acidic formulas, oh my God. Dear Dr. Morse, I have asked this question before, but no luck to get an answer yet, or I have missed it somehow. I have calcium deposits in the scrotum. First found them when I was 18 years old, and now I'm almost 44. It was one cyst about the size of a cherry pit. They told me not to worry about it. We'll just watch it. Many ultrasounds and the size is still the same. Well, that's good. In the meantime, over the last 10 years, multiple teeny bumps, very, very small. I had those checked, and they called them suspicious cysts of the scrotal wall, cysts of something. It ended off. Oh, this is Life Rejuvenator. Life Rejuvenator. My friend, every time I keep getting some from you, I still get a deeper insight into you and how much problems you're having with your body, my friend. No, this is all the lymph. Oh, absolutely. What else is there? You got blood and lymph. Pick one. Are those blood cysts? No, that's the lymph system in him. So, Life Rejuvenator, you're kicking butt, my friend. You're going to get rid of these. Keep going. Keep digging into that lymph detoxification. Keep digging with your kidneys and adrenals, and those will come out of there, my friend. Absolutely. See, I have to go back through all these and write them down so he has a table of contents a little bit. I have not heard this question yet, Life Rejuvenator. I haven't heard this question yet. I apologize to you. I don't know which one this is from. Maybe this is...
I think this goes with this.
This one there?
Yeah. Stangery?
See, I can't read some of those either. Do know of an outfit that distributes quality herbal seeds of a... Oh, do know. Thanks, Dr. Morse. I'm one of your quiet students that sits in the back of the classroom. Thank you, man. I understand. I tell you what, I'm really out of my element because I like to be in the back of the classroom and observing too. So, you know what, I had to push myself out through the years to give lectures and to talk. Listen, when you live in the woods and you're real quiet as a hermit for a few years, it ruins you. It's hard to get out. I've thrown up. I've done all kinds of things through the years, making myself to get out and talk and lecture because I knew that I had this mission I had to do, and it was like, no, thank you. No, you got to, no, oh yeah. So if I don't, the masters will kick my ever-loving kuto. So, thanks, Dr. Morrison. I appreciate the quiet student, but you can ask what you want, my friend. I'm not sure where we get quality herbal seeds. I'm not in that part of this practitioner as I am. I don't even grow herbs. I used to grow comfrey and a few things, but since herbs are all around the country and in the mountains, I've gone ginseng hunting and stuff like that, but and poke root and stuff like that. But I don't grow anything because I have no time. I'm working 24 hours a day almost as it is, and I got to start having a life a little bit, you know. Can you tell me a good book for reading eyes? Well, I like Jensen's work.
Yeah.
I think you always should try to get Jensen's work first and then spread out. There's a lot of... I'll pull up a bunch of nice books and show you what I've got here. And I'm going to do an Iridology thing for them and stuff like that. But keep in mind that you always choose... This science is ever growing. So I'm going to let you in, particularly in the class, I'll let you guys in on some things about the eye, and we'll keep going because everybody finds new things, especially when they're working with it, and what they're watching repetitively. And so some things in iridology I found I don't think is true, and other things very true, so we'll see. I would like to learn how to and eventually take your course. But need to save for the course. Thank you so much for the answers and all the videos. I am one of your biggest fans. Thank you so much. This is Brenda. Here in Canada, absolutely. We already have 4 to 5 inches of snow. Yuck! Poor thing. Keep on with the videos. Thanks, sweetheart, for your comments there. You guys got it coming too.
We already have
I know! Kathy is in Massachusetts, and just up from her, 15 inches.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
What are you still doing there? I have eczema too on my fingers mainly. What do you think that is? I narrowed it down to alcohol and possibly something in processed foods. How about lymph?
Yeah.
Don't go too far outside of that. How about lymph?
Yeah.
All these things that you're talking about exacerbates lymph and the symptom, but it's really your lymph that's in trouble here.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's in the hands. That's your kidneys, because it's always your kidneys with the lymph. It initially came out of the blue years. Years
it came
ago.
out of the blue.
Out of the blue years ago on my back and neck. That's not out of the blue. It was inside. Your lymph was backing up every day, and then suddenly, boom. And that's what happens. A lot of people are not aware of tumors until one day. They found a big tumor. Well, I didn't know I had one. Of course, a lot of people have tumors in them. They don't have no idea. It's just the same way. When my diet was poor and then disappeared for no reason. It returned 4 years later out of the blue again, but on my hands. It's been a nightmare because I do massage. Oh, yeah, it's massage therapy. Fortunately, it has gotten better over the years. Well, no, you want to dig into your kidneys and dig into your adrenal glands and really move your lymph. Oh, that's angel bee. Yeah, really, really, sweetheart, tear up the road of detox. We're going to have to call, because look, I'm going to come back in this weekend because I'm not going to have you sit here and kill you anymore here. But this is how I answer these and go through these. Great people, isn't it? Just a great bunch of people. Blue Phoenix Rising. Dr. Morris, what are your thoughts on EFT? I'm starting to use a process called faster EFT to clear out some negative emotions to get my mind back in the game, since I heard you speak of some people who were trying to get better but couldn't. And mine was, So what do you think? I'm not overly familiar with EFT.
I've never heard of it.
Send me more on it. I can't remember. There's so many EFTs, TBTs, CDTs, PDPs. It's like, okay. But thanks for your... what's this? Hi, Dr. Morse. Thank you so much for information on ear candling. I have my box of Wally's Bee Rice candles, and I'm lighting up the crazy. Nice lady, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for that comment. Absolutely. I'm moving along with the program and taking the DVD course. Thank you, honey. And I am so much looking forward to also coming. I'm looking forward to you, too, and I want hugs out of all you guys. I am so excited. I'm excited to see all of you, and I am wondering if it might even be able to reverse my color blindness. That ought to be interesting. I never had anybody do that. But I can't imagine why she couldn't. Why couldn't she reverse her color blindness? I can't imagine why ever. I have not ever been able to pass a color dots test. All right. you're going to show us, sweetheart, how you do this.
She's going to be your testimony.
Definitely use the eye wash and
Yep.
stuff like that internally, and definitely get with upper circumbrain and nerve. Also move those lymphs, move those lymphs. This ought to be exciting here. She's going to do well here. Blessing be to you all. Thank blessing to you, sweetheart, Krista. Thank you so much, honey. Yeah. You're gonna report back to us. You guys are the ones. You're going to show the world the power this has. Tamara's already seen it. She's embraced it and rocking with it. You've done. I can't say enough good about you and what you're doing with the children and the people in Pennsylvania. You're just incredible there. Jackie Dove. Doctor, what form is this? What is foam in the stool? I am on the third day of great fast and just had a bit of diarrhea with some foam in it and wondering what this is. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know what the foam is.
I don't know what the foam is. Is it mucousy? Could be coming from
Yeah.
the wall, off the wall. Who
I've seen
knows?
black, mucoid black.
Yeah, it could be
That's
something
good,
like
but-
that. It could be, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. That would have taken out the liver, the pancreas. Some of
Take
you
pictures.
Yeah, take pictures.
Send them to Dr. Morse.
Send them here. Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing me close tonight. And I love
Yeah.
when someone says that. I tell you, because if anything, I want this. That's what I call my herbs, God's herbs. That's the key. His love and wisdom. How can I maintain my focus on God's love and not be so distracted and hypnotized every day? You've got to work in the now. You've got to find your center. You've got to spend time alone with yourself and not always focus outwardly to the outside world. That's why being here now is unfocusing in creation and being what you already are. Because we talked about this in being soul or being who you are, whatever name you give it, isn't anything you can define. You're out of the worlds of definition. You're out of the worlds of the mind. You're out of the worlds of putting a thought or a definition or some type of restricted image of that. When you're talking about you as an infinite being, or the Supreme Being as an infinite being, there are literally no words you can tie to an infinite being. What could you say? Beautiful? Ecstasy? Joy? Nirvana? I mean, there's been words in all systems to explain the ecstasy and joy of even understanding a fraction of yourself and the Supreme Being. So it's just unfocusing detachment. Buddha and that group said detachment, and it really means stop caring so much about the drama and be more who you are, and then untie yourself. Unwrap from the playground. You've been on the merry-go-round too long. Unwrap from that, step back, and embrace who you are by stop thinking, stop talking,